Sienna's Hair World. Today is another hair video. Today I'm going to be getting purple and blue boho braids. Now I'm so excited to do this again because last time I got them they look super cute and I've been begging my mom for me to get boho braids again. So let's get started. You know why I said let's get started? Because when you edit it you're going to go.
Alright guys, as Siani said, we are back today and we are doing boho braids again per her request. I wanted to do a different style, but she has been begging me to do these, so here we go. Today we are actually doing purple tips and blue tip hair, and then at the end I have the purple curly pieces. What are you saying? Alright, so this is the hair I'm going to be using. Both of these are the Expression braiding hair. This is the purple curly hair that I will be using. And I'm actually going to crochet the curly hair in at the end. I seen another YouTube video and it looked easier than rather me braiding it actually into the hair. The crocheting part looks easier, so that's what we're going to do. So we're going to save that one to the end. I'm going to go ahead and start separating these pieces right now. I have my braiding rack right here, and so I'm going to start separating and putting my hair onto my braiding rack. Alright, so Siani's going to hold it while I start separating my pieces right here. I think these colors are going to be so pretty together. Alright. You pick the colors, not me.
You were like, I think we should. You're like.
Now, you sure you're gonna be able to hold that, or I can sit it on the table?
You're like, I think that we should do the blue with the purple.
No, I wanted to do, what was that other one over there? The mermaid colors. That's the one.
Yeah, she wanted to do a dark blue like this, and then like a turquoise, like really like light blue, and I thought it just looked crazy.
I thought it was pretty, but she wanted these colors, so I guess we'll do mermaid hair this summer. Hold it. And my goal is to try to do medium-sized braids today, so filling the hair based on what I've done previously and trying to separate them to get a medium-sized plait.
I can't wait for my birthday.
Why?
Because Daddy said that we could probably go to Destin, Florida, and I'm excited. Are you doing every other row for blue and purple?
Yeah. Alright guys, let me go ahead and finish this up and we'll be back. Alright, so I have my hair all separated, ready to go.
It looks so pretty.
This is what it's looking like.
It looks so pretty.
Have my tools that I'm going to be using, my wide tooth comb, rat tail comb, and my Shine and Jam Edge Magic. Alright, so we're gonna get started. I did a few pretty parts in her hair, just of like 3 rows. So I already have my first row parted back here. I'm gonna go ahead and twist this section out the way. Go ahead and add my magic fingers to my part to make sure that it's nice and smooth. Brush all the little flyaways. I'm going to separate this into 3 pieces. Ensure they're pretty even. Have our first one, second one, and third one there. Add a little to these 2 parts. Everything is out of the way. And then just make sure it's rubbed in pretty good. Make sure everything is tucked out the way. I'm just kind of twist it with my fingers to get separated but out of the way. So I'm going to start on this side, and then I'm just going to go ahead and separate into 3 pieces, and then I'm going to start plaiting and add my hair in as I go, just like a normal knotless braid. And I just braid down 1 time, and then I go ahead and start adding my hair in. Braid down 1 more time, add my next piece. As I'm braiding, I'm just making sure that everything is laying nice and flat. And then I'm going to add 1 more piece. So right here, you can see that the natural hair is on top of the braiding hair. I want to tuck that underneath. If you have frizzy ends, you can add more of the Edge Magic. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. These look a little frizzier than normal, so I'm going to add just a little bit to the ends of the hairs right here to make sure everything stays tucked nice and neatly. Siani hair stops about right here. If you can see that little tiny curl that's sticking out, so I have to braid it pretty much all the way to the ends to make sure that nothing unravel and everything stays nicely tucked and neat. All right, so here is my, excuse me. Here is my first plait, and we're just gonna keep on moving along. All right, so we are moving right along to our next braid. I try to keep my hands as close to the roots as possible when I'm beginning, so that way nothing slips and your braid isn't like kind of hanging off of the hair. Once I know it's secure, then I can kind of move my fingers around. Just like that, then I just keep on braiding down. I'm gonna add a little bit to these frizzy ends. Still making sure I tuck all of that natural hair away from the braiding hair, or underneath of the braiding hair. Alright, and here is our second braid done. Alright, just making sure everything is nice and smooth. Start plaiting one time down. Then I'm going to add my first piece of braiding hair, sliding it in between my two fingers, and then bringing the other hair over. Keep plaiting down like a regular plait. Add your next piece of hair, adding between the same two fingers again, flipping the braiding hair up, and then continue braiding down. And add one more piece, my third piece, making sure everything stays nice and smooth as you are braiding down. Again, I'm just tucking my natural hair underneath of the braiding hair. If I see it moving, I just adjust that hair to make sure that it's not sitting on top. What are you doing, Sienna?
Nothing.
You're doing something.
Nothing.
Alright, I have my first row done in purple tips. I'm going to go ahead and move on to my second row. On that one, we'll be doing blue tips. Like I said, this is already pre-parted, so let me make sure it's still intact. Make sure this stays clipped out the way. Alright, so this is my second row that I pre-parted. I'm just going to add some Edge Magic to make sure that my part is nice and smooth. My second part actually goes all the way around to the front of her head. Alright, I think we are good to go. Let me do one last look all the way around. Check the other side to make sure we are even. In order to make sure that the hair is even on both sides, I always start parting from the middle and then work my way out. So I look at my bottom row of braids. I start with that middle braid. Give myself a middle part right there, and then I start parting. Again, I'm lining everything up with the previous row to make sure that everything is nice and even and fairly about the same size. As I part it, I just kind of twist and sit it up under and then move on to my next one. Add a little shine and jam right there. Keep that out my way. Comb and smooth. Alright, then I can go ahead and get started separating my three pieces. Start my plait, and then I'm adding the blue tip hair to this row. Here's my first piece. Braid down one time. Add my next piece. Braid down. Again, make sure everything's nice, flat, and smooth, and then add my next piece of hair. And I'm just braiding down again, making sure everything is nice and neat and all of the natural hair is tucked out of the way. And we did boho braids about a month ago now, so if you want a more detailed look on how I did those boho braids, go take a look, because I did add the hair differently on that particular boho style than what I'm going to do today. I actually braided the curly pieces into the braid as I was doing it on each one. But today I'm going to crochet the curly pieces in once all of the braids are completed. Alright, so here is my first blue tip braid completed on the second row. Let's just see how it looks up against that purple. Looks very pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and finish some more rows of her head. I will come back and give you guys an update to show you how it is looking with that blue against the purple on those tips. So here we are. We are down to our last row. It's looking good, looking nice and neat. I'm going to go ahead and make this middle part down the front of her head and finish this top, so then we can go ahead and add in the curly pieces. Alright, let me get my edge magic to clean this up. Alright, I think we are good to go.
Yep.
Feel nice and even straight down the middle of your head to you?
I have to get up and look.
Oh, well, it's good.
I have to see for myself.
Okay, she want to go see her middle part. Go ahead. Go! So she has verified her middle part is good. Guys, so we have all the braids in. Go ahead and turn around, Siani.
Side eye.
Side eye. Turn around, child. So I'm going to go ahead and dip these first, and then we're going to add the curly pieces in.
This is what the ends look like. It looks really pretty. And my mom is going to plait those up and then dip it into the boiling water so it can curl up.
Alright, so I have the towel up on her. I'm going to go ahead and dip these. You better be still. And I dip pretty much up to where I put that little rubber band up at. All it needs is a couple of seconds, and then pull it on back out. Stop moving, hot water is dripping.
And it just dripped on my leg.
So stop moving.
That hot water, boiling water just dripped on.
I'm just squeezing all the excess water out into the towel. Again, just squeezing the water out of this one. Alright, so let me take the little rubber bands out and I will unplait it. Alright, so I'm just going to even these up. There we go. Alright, so now let's get to adding the curlies. Alright, so here are my curly pieces. I'm going to grab one of them from here, and I'm going to separate this into two. Maybe I don't need to separate it because look what's happening.
Looks like you just ruined that.
So, we won't separate it. We'll keep them intact like this. So we have our first piece here, and all I'm doing is taking my crochet needle and just going right in the middle of any part of the braid, just like that. Then I'm going to attach the hair onto the hook, close it, and then slide it right back through like that. Alright, so here we are, and then I'm just going to tie this off. Alright, so let me do the other one over here in the front. Put it in the same spot. Again, just take the hook and go straight through the middle of the braid. Alright, so I'm just going to even it up so that it falls.
So I just take this thing and I pull
And there
it
we
here.
go. So I'm just going to go through the back and add a few into the back area.
Are you doing every other one?
Maybe like skip two and then do one, something like that. Let's see here where I want to add the next one. I think I'm gonna add the next one right here. Well, again, the hook is open. Just attach the hair on and then close it up. Slides through nice and easily. Just take one side and pull it on through.
Okay guys, here's the finished result. Here's the purple. I'm not really liking it, so tomorrow we're going to switch out the black, and for Monday I think I'm going to take purple out of my hair because like it's just not giving. It's really not. I'm not about to go to school with my hair looking like that.
So So she's gonna take the purple curly pieces out and we're gonna switch it to black tomorrow. I think it was just a little too bright. Yeah, if it was a darker purple, I think it would work, but it's just too bright. So we're gonna switch it to black and then we will show you the final results tomorrow after school.
And this technique that she used to get them in my hair, I think that y'all should try this technique because it is way easier to put in and to get out. It doesn't hurt at all and it comes right out.
Alright guys, we are back. I have some black curly hair now. So this is what we have and this is what it looks like. Alright, so I'm just opening up the package here. Hair.
Don't be bad if you do.
You just be having braids and no boho to it. Alright, hold up. So I'm taking my hook, putting it straight through the braid. Then I'm going to attach the hair onto the hook, close it up, pull through like that, and then just detach it and slide one of the sides through, just like that. And here is our boho braid. That looks a lot better than the purple. So I'm just going to keep going. Finish up this side. Here is our next piece. And I'm going to go to the next row underneath that one. Right here in the middle. Turn so you can see. Straight through the braid. Attach the hair onto the hook. Close it. Pull it right back through. Pull this through. And here's our next one. Alright, so this is what it's looking like so far on this side. I like that a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this off and we'll be back in just a moment to show you the finished look. Alright, so I have all the curly pieces in. They're just a little uneven. Alright, even these up. I'm just going to clean these edges up just a little bit.
And I did.
I'm not adding edge control. I like to lay them with the mousse. Gives a softer hold and
I did.
edges don't turn all white.
Comment down below if you like this style. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Bye, Curlfriends!